a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. The Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators offense will start this game off with the football. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
He's in open space downfield. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air on second down. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Gator! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Oklahoma's offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Caught near the sticks. It's Baker. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Snagged out of the air. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Racing down the left side. At the 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's caught. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways.
And the quarterback pulled up here and sacked at the 12.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Daniels. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting lit up. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yo, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he left.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Looking for a huge play. Reels it in down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Leaves it with the back. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Caught over the middle. It's Carry-on. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but a play to get the football back. Play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Snagged in the middle, it's Galloway. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The run to the right. Finds some fresh air. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
The RPO fired complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Duarte. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time. There he goes. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
A strike downfield. To running room, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up by 25 over Michigan State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Grab near the marker, it's Galloway. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback keeps it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Listen, at this point, at the end of the 1st half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hawkins. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll go to the ground. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Unloads quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
And we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They'll go to the air. Going for 6. Touchdown, Sooner! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And now on second down for this offense. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Montgomery. Smashes ahead. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44, a big-time pickup on that one.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Gonna swing it on second down. Bringing the heat. Makes the catch. It's Daniels. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it away first and will start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, explode.
Turning it on! Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run play action. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The Freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
The Sooners will send out the punt unit. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The gift to the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes in the 24. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And the Sooners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Might be changing the route. From the gun on third down. Gets it out quickly. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. The Sooners have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under pressure and down he goes at the 33. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Wants to fire on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the catch. It's Baker. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. The Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can. And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. Good right down the boulevard. And now they take the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Jukes his way for more. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot. And this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
The Gators send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit.
He's loose on the left. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This offense has it with really good field position. On the option. Quick toss. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Using the quick game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? Trying to power it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Touchdown Sooner! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Here he comes with the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Daniels. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Grab near the sticks, it's Montgomery. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grabbed in the middle, it's Daniels. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Got a man, it's Wilson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Gators in the hurry-up. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. is set on third down. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle, it's Jackson. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Looking to throw on first down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Now facing a third and long. Gets the back moving. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Looking left. Complete downfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Keeps looking downfield. He just went into brain cramp mode there. Doesn't get rid of the football. It's a huge loss and a huge gain on the sack yardage for this defense. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The official is offered the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down one score, got to have it right now. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Wilson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. To the line quickly, they'll spike it to save some time.
No gain on the play.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Wide open downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. Inside the 30. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Surging forward on the sneak. Sneaks it in. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Some would say run the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. They stop the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national champions.